so I'm on my own, so bear with me. And we will start with Georgiana Malco.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Georgiana Malco, the junior class president, and I just wanted to welcome y'all here tonight. Also would like to welcome Father Charlie Hughes, who is here tonight to bless our room as we are receiving. I'm glad y'all have made it here to participate in this school tradition that has gone on for several years. High school is a very important time in our life, and tonight we receive a ring we can remember it by. The class of 2012, I must say, is a really awesome class. The ring we received tonight will sum up the great years we've had here. So I hope y'all enjoy the rest of tonight. Thank you.
Good evening, and once again, welcome. Most of you know me, but for those of you who don't, my name is Bree Cook, and I am your junior class secretary. Well, it's finally here. Tonight we receive our class rings. I remember being a freshman and wishing the time would come when I'd receive my ring. Not just any ring, my class ring. I'm sure many of you here today have felt the same. And now this evening, with our parents, teachers, and friends here with us, we finally will be able to wear our rings proudly and show our love for our school forever.
Good evening. I'm Matthew Moses, treasurer of the junior class. The first rings were created in 1835 for the cadets of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. This became a more widespread tradition in the 20th century, and it continues today. But in fact, the practice of wearing a special ring goes back to the ancient Egyptians. So in this sense, your class ring and your desire to wear one is a part of a tradition that is thousands of years old. Even though each of our rings is unique or personalized with your name, sport, or interests, a ring with no beginning or end symbolizes unity. Our rings indicate that we are members of the class of 2012. We belong to a special group, Aquinas High School, and join the tradition here. Thus, our rings show that we are a part of something bigger than ourselves. While having a class ring symbolizes your school spirit, the ring is also a circle which is endless and timeless. Our ring will symbolize that we are connected for eternity. An ancient writer, Empedocles, said, "The nature of God is a circle with the sinners everywhere." Our rings should remind us that God is always with us. In the future, after we graduate, our rings will symbolize and remind us of all the wonderful times as a member of the Fighting Irish family, whether it be in the classroom, on the field, in the stands, or in the halls of Aquinas.
Vocatus ad non vocatus des adivit. That's the kind of stuff we used to learn in high school 70 years ago. And in English it means, invited or not invited, God will be there. And I took that with me 70 years, and every place I've gone, I found God. And you can't get away from it. Some people would like to, because I learned that God does not exist. Some people try to prove they think in the name of God, God exists. God does not exist. Everything else exists, but God is. That's the difference. So everything else can be somewhere, sometime, someone, something. But God just is. Everything has something, everything has existence, you have God. And so now you have a different world 70 years later. You have no use for Latin much, but you have use for what it said. And so this ring. You have use for what it will mean to you. Not what it looks like, but what it is. And so it should be precious to you, not because it's expensive, but because it means a whole lot. And so you come, thanks be to you in the school. We come because it is a Catholic experience. We bring God into it. He was there before we got here, but he welcomes us as we welcome him. And his name, I go before and speak of them, so that you remember that you're not just living on earth, but you're Christians living on earth. That makes a big difference. Everything you see and think and do, really, if it exists, it comes from God, not in the past, but it exists in the present. So your ring will mean something to you now tonight, but possibly 70 years from now. Those kids will be learning something that you can't even imagine, but it will be, if it is true, it will be true, and God will be there. So just simple thing. I could talk all night. I'm happy I didn't, but this is a good example. God our Father, be present to us by faith. We are in your presence. Bless things raised in a way that they will always remind those students now who become men and women of the future. They will never forget that in these rings they have a symbol of what is right and true and good, what they learned from the school and from one another as they spent their time here. Sometimes tough, sometimes joyful, but always seeking, and if they are wise, always finding you. May they be blessed in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Good evening. My name is Izzy Sergi, and I'm the junior class vice president. High school is a juncture of time that connects childhood and adulthood. We recognize the hard work that our parents and families have put in to prepare us for the leap forward. Thank you for all of the times you helped us with our homework. Thank you for all the car rides to dinner, and then to the football game, and then to our friend's house, and then back home for the night. In addition to all the things that our class ring represents, we will remember that it is also a gift from you all. It is a reminder of the contributions and sacrifices that our family made in order to care and provide for us. Parents, families, on behalf of the junior class, thank you. Thank you for this token of our childhood and Catholic high school education that marked us stepping into adulthood. As Anne Morrow Lindbergh once said, one can never pay in gratitude. One can only pay in kind somewhere else in life. Hopefully, we can use the gifts our parents so graciously granted to us and make them proud.
Okay, when I call your name out, if you will come forward to receive your ring.
You know all of this?
Kelly Pitts,
Look at that. That's so tempting. That is so tempting. Oh my.
Curtis
That's
Pryor,
disgusting. God.
On the back of your program, there's the song. All right, y'all ready? Gather here,
True and dear.
sing we now upon song and bold, green and gold. Hail we are of Monte. You have led us along to past ways of truth and beauty. Love will grow as we go. Shamrocks faithful forever.
How are you, Thomas? Good, how are you? These pretty girls.
I'm over smiling. Wait, this is an awkward picture. I make an awkward smile.
Cute.